Give him
Idiot.
5 minutes.
All right. So as you guys trekked over to the farmstead, you took the time to be like, "Hey, buddy. Yeah, here. Oh, okay."
Guys, this is too heavy for me. I'm not going to be effective.
Mhm.
And I'm guessing you agreed to all this.
Yes,
Yeah, he's our
because I'm a
slave
nice
now.
guy.
Decided this. He's our Sherpa. He will carry all our things.
Sherpa's a guide, not a mule.
You can
Yeah,
do both.
shit lord.
A
Obviously.
mule
It's
is a
wisdom based,
mule.
right? It's
Shithead.
wisdom based. You can guide. Why not?
No,
So
a
as you're
mule
having
is a
a
mule.
conversation as what's the difference between a mule, a Sherpa, and a guide? Oi! What are you doing on my property? You hear a
We're
man
here to
yelling that
save your
across the
property.
distance.
Shut up.
Oh, sure. Great way to talk to the client, dickhead.
Fox is not messing around today.
Well, I guess we did have a long night, so.
Yeah, also, the
All the badgers.
badgers on your property suck.
We're really strong. What are you feeding them?
Yeah, honestly,
Wait, who got
guard badgers.
who got hit after that? How many you? You're the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the only one who got hit. I got hit for 2 damage, but thankfully getting enough sleep heals 1 because it heals a level.
It's only you get healed by one if you did nothing extraneous the day before.
No, I think it's just if you get healed 1 if you just sleep. If you get healed double your level if you do nothing.
Yes. It's different from Advanced D&D, which is like, yeah, you have to do nothing.
Yeah, you have to just sit in bed all day.
But he would look you guys over. Do any of you wear your plates on the outside, or do you have them hidden?
I
Can
imagine
I
that I
even
would
wear
probably
mine
have
because I'm a druid and it's metal?
That'd be up to you.
I say no, because we're not going to take that chance.
I
I
have
would
mine
probably
on
wear
a.
it.
Yeah, I have mine probably. Wait, how big is this thing? I forgot.
It is like the size of half of a dollar.
Okay, I probably have it like on a belt that's like on my like left shoulder or whatever. It's
Yeah,
like
mine's
plainly visible. Looks like it's part of
tucked
my
away
outfit.
in my robe somewhere.
Yeah.
So Azu would look you over. Doesn't see anything on. Wait, who said they didn't have theirs open?
The druid.
So
Yeah, we're not
everybody's
risking losing our
visible.
powers over a tiny piece of metal.
So everybody is visibles except for the druid. As he gives off this jubilant smile, it's like, "Oh, well, it's about time." As
Well,
you
we're
Well,
see,
sorry we had to
Time for
travel.
what?
as you guys then see in the distance, like howling towards you, this small-looking, stubby man wearing just what you see, like farmer clothes-wise, as he makes across this absolutely barren field.
Barren field, okay.
It's barren wasteland.
As he comes and unlocks the gate for you, you see that the gate itself has a spiked looking wire that was webbed around the very top of the gate itself, going along the entire like proximity of the fence itself.
Oh, hey guys, there's a gate. I even see it. I thought we were just in the woods and just some guy's like, "Hey, you."
Hey, you assholes, get off my lawn.
What lawn? This is just a tree.
That's my lawn, get off.
So as he unwraps the gate and gets everything out of the way for you guys to enter, it's come, come. Is there gonna be any more of you?
Nope.
This is
I
it.
think that's all of us. Yes.
I was starting to worry because I put in that request about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
Well,
Jesus.
we weren't here yet, so sorry.
Yeah, that was a thing.
We're very new, but We can best badgers with the best of them.
I don't think that's true.
You better be careful. Some of them could have the sickness out there.
Okay, now
Oh,
we're getting
yes,
into the
heard
meat
of
of
that.
it. What? Okay, what is the issue here?
The issue here is, as he looks out towards his field, this.
Okay, so you have a fertilizer issue.
I think he's meaning the fact that there's no animals.
So
Well,
you have a
it-
fertilizer issue.
You're an idiot.
No, you got
No,
fertilizer to get the plants, and then the animals come to get the plants.
And Gib smacked. Just from a monk, just whap. Ah!
All my plants, they died on me. And not just died, they died and then turned into black ash.
Ooh.
Ooh,
That
Well,
doesn't
that's not
sound healthy.
normal.
No.
it's,
That's
It's
not-
like the exact.
a real
It's like
problem.
the exact
Yeah.
opposite of normal.
It's not root rot. I'll tell you that.
No.
Yeah. I'm guessing they didn't just burn, and that's an easy explanation. Yeah.
Originally, I put this post up towards the order 2 weeks ago, but said that it was probably something a lot more because, yeah, black ash. Not normal, eh?
Not exactly.
But after the quest, they said that absolutely nobody would take it. So then I changed it saying that I needed help because of foreign means. And then I finally get you here. So what's wrong with you guys? Afraid of challenge? And just my accent.
Oh
just-
no, honestly, if I'd heard of your original post, I probably would have taken it myself. This is an issue, especially if it happens again. We wouldn't want
That
that.
is sort of his expertise.
Yeah, like you're the front man here. Druid it up.
Druid! Ding!
Yeah,
Oh,
I am
nature.
useless in this endeavor. I will
I'm-
stand over here.
So if you could lead us to, this ash or the location, unless it's literally
I think
right here.
I think we're standing on it.
Yeah, this is the area, but you can, as you look over, you see like small remnants of it, but it looks like by the time of 2 weeks past, it's been blown away, swept away, rained out, whatever you will.
Have you happened to keep any of it, just in case?
Yeah, I got the jar of it back in my house.
Great! Lead on.
You got a whole
Good.
jar of it? Okay.
Well, it's all
That's-
his plants, dude.
No, it's not like I'm complaining. It's just I don't know if I would necessarily do that. It's like, hey, just turn it to ash. Maybe I shouldn't touch that.
Well, I mean, you
Well,
gotta
it
have
seems
something
to
for
be
the people to
fine.
look at.
I may be a
Seems to be
simple
fun.
farmer, but I'm not simple. If somebody was gonna help, they would have asked questions.
It's got a point.
Fair enough.
So lead on to your abode, my good sir.
So as you
Yes.
follow them along, it's about 2 acres of just straight like barren field. Like there's no,
Wow. Shit.
yeah.
Jesus.
You are very cheery about the situation, I must say.
For me?
No, the farmer.
Well,
I guess it's just happy to get some,
oh, by the way, my name is Ost.
Nice to meet you, host.
Hoquin.
It's a
Holoquin.
pleasure.
Holoquin? Hoaquin? Hooligan?
Hoaquin. Hoaquin. Quin,
Hoaquin.
quin, quin, quin.
Quinn. Got it.
We usually just call him Harley Quinn.
So, Harvey.
Yes, I've tried to get you to, change it to Big H, but you won't do that.
No,
Nah,
absolutely not.
nah, mm-mm.
Well, I can beat you because at least I still have my wife with me.
Besides, if we're gonna call anything Big H, it's the thing next to you.
Yeah, no shit.
So, alright, fair point.
The Big H and Low H.
At your level of druid, can you... Do you have empathy with your animal yet?
Fuck yeah.
Alright. The feeling that you're getting from it is... worry. As it's been here. Like,
Hmm.
it wants to leave, but since it's your animal, it doesn't.
Okay. That's pretty worrying, yeah. Plants dying and animals don't want to be here. That's not great.
It's not a good combination.
Oh no.
Not something to bring the kids to.
No.
Yeah, man. Like my mind is immediately jumping to necromancy of some kind. You know?
Water source,
What's the source?
possibly.
It is something that could be with the water.
Necromantic water.
So, to be honest, I've been here for 50 years. Never really had
Damn,
any
son.
issues with water.
Well, that's not to say something couldn't have been introduced to the water source recently.
True.
I
True.
don't know where it
Like,
could come from.
Is there a nearby creek or river?
No, no. That's what I mean by haven't had an issue with water. The land has
That
just been
makes
fertile.
sense.
I don't have anything around here.
Oh, alright, never mind. I'm an idiot.
Not an idiot, just not what we were thinking.
You know, it was a good idea, I think.
Yeah.
See,
So
what
next
I used
obvious-
to believe is because this land, it went through my family for many years. I was the first one to actually use it as a farm, before it was groups of mining communities that dug out in the ground. Because my family used to be miners until I took control of the property.
Oh, do any of these
Right.
mines happen to remain?
I boarded up most of them. I think
Hmm.
there's one that's he turns and is like orienting himself. It's like, down in that direction. That was the last one that I did.
Okay.
How deep did these mines go?
He scratches his fingers through his beard. Not too deep.
Oh,
How deep
okay.
is not too deep? Like
Yeah, right.
100 meters, 200, 10 miles. Like,
To be honest,
got?
I really don't know. It's been a while.
That's fair.
could you see the bottom?
I saw the bottom in the string of digging that I did personally. And, well, for me personally, I dug about a day or two's walk down.
Okay.
That's potentially pretty deep.
It's worth checking out, I think. But let's check out this ash first and see if it's something to be really worried about or not.
Indeed.
Agreed.
It is something to be worried about, but you know.
So once you
Let's
find
just
If the
see
world's
how-
about to end, or you know, it's just a local problem.
Yeah, as you guys are just walking over in that direction, you finally make your way towards his household. As you look at it, it looks like the same, like, barbed-looking wire is wrapped on the outside of his house as well, and on the top of his roof. And it looks like his
what's with
windows are reinforced.
Do you get attacked a lot? Or you seem prepared for war.
Yeah, it does look like that, doesn't it? Honey, we're back!
Okay.
Just
It's always a good answer.
And we go to her and we're like, blink once if you're being held against your will.
So as you,
Is that a safe word?
as he
I
opens
mean,
the
one
door,
dwarf in plain clothes. I don't know.
as he opens the door, you guys go into the house as it looks to be nicely furnished for a farmstead house. Not exactly what you're expecting. Things were being actually cleaned. It doesn't smell like you would expect a dwarf household to smell. As he finally leads you into the room, as you guys come up on this shrine in the very end of the main room itself. You're not too sure of what deity or anything, but you just see a shrine. It's like, ah, there she is! My darling wife!
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
What's her name?
It's a...
Glimma.
Anyone
Okay.
who can actually roll knowledge, go for it, please.
I
Ah.
might be able to if it's religion-based.
Well, as you guys actually get in further and look at it, it doesn't look like a shrine to a deity. It looks more like a shrine for actual burial.
Ah, the shrines of
Oh, okay.
past.
Oh.
Ew.
Can I roll a knowledge history? Because I have a point in that.
Yep, why you can.
I forgot there I have buttons I could do this with, but I've already typed most of it out. Hey!
There you go.
Alright, so what are you trying to figure out?
Hey,
um, maybe if I had.
Also, this is another thing that I want to go over, because this is a little homebrew thing that I do with all my knowledges and gather informations. When you roll things like this, depending on how high you roll, I give you a certain amount of questions you can ask me directly out of game. I answer as a GM, and that's the information your character would get. So for 18 for this roll specifically, I'm allowing you to ask me 2 different questions about this.
Nice.
Okay, so is there like a general thing before that, or just the 2 questions?
Just the 2 questions.
Just 2 questions.
hmm.
And then I can tell you anything about those 2 questions.
Back when I was studying with my rogue master, were there any local, like no, like newspaper clippings type things, uh, where there was any mention of this death, like obituaries or whatever that might have picked up how she might have died?
The way that people die in this setting is that it's not common that there's many deaths. So when one is made or heard of, it's a big deal because, for one, death in this setting, not only is it sad, but
The restless dead.
the restless dead, no one's allowed to sleep or go to their final sleeping place, like through a
Wait,
coffin
but
or.
there are humans everywhere. They should be dying off in droves. No offense.
Well,
Okay.
that's also the help of the different religions trying to stave that,
Okay.
trying to prevent death as much as possible. But when people die here, it is ordered, or it's put through the order that no one be buried, that everybody should be incinerated.
Makes sense.
That's nice. However, that wasn't actually my original question. Did did
That's yeah, still going. And just make sure that you
okay?
grasp
Well,
that
I
as much as possible.
appreciate that part of it. I'm just saying that. Okay, that's great. What's the answer to my question?
As for things being written and spread out, and that means it's not necessarily done because people still try to want to have the aspect that it's not as grim as a life as it possibly can be. So when death is heard about, it's generally mourned from the people that hear about it, but it's not published.
Okay. Let's see. Would anything I would have studied coincided with how the shrine was set up to give any clues as to the deceased person or the couple's background or anything by how the shrine is set up from a historical standpoint?
The shrine, the way that it's set up, it looks like someone that would do it with very average building skills. Would probably take about a week of 2 of care just for how much detail is put into it and how much effort it is. So with that, you could either get the idea that he either paid somebody to do it, or he did this like severely, just surely out of love for his wife himself. So you can come off with the idea that their relationship was a tender one or a respectable one.
Okay.
But the way that he's acting is as if the wife is still there.
Yeah. Alright, cool. So he's obviously quite insane. That much is plain.
A
It's
bit.
not insane.
Oh, looks like she's sleeping right now. You got to be quiet.
Okay, he's insane,
We can move
Let's,
to the next room.
Yeah,
Instantly
let's
changing
let
it to
her
engineering.
rest. Eh,
So he would move off into a room that looks like a eating area, expecting you guys to follow.
yep.
Sure.
I follow,
Keep
but
an eye on the
I
crazy man.
yeah, I give sideward like glances I call my eye towards the shrine, like as if a sense of paranoia has now befallen me.
So you guys come into this room as he sits you down at the table. Like, just give me a moment and I can go get it. Oh, as he's like halfway at the door. Do you want anything?
Mm.
I'll be
You
okay.
mean-
I think we should get some work done before I get my supper. Was it?
Yeah, we'll have something after we figure out what's wrong, what's causing the issues.
Agreed.
But thank you for the offer.
Indeed.
He nods as he goes off into the now third room in the house so far. As you guys are left amongst yourselves to talk to yourselves if you do.
Anyone else getting a very strange sense here?
I feel like he's not exactly dealing with the fact that his wife has passed, but honestly, I don't entirely see that as being a huge issue. I think the issue is what's causing everything to essentially wither and die and turn to
Yes.
ash here.
My immediate hunch was that it might be her.
Do you think she's
Yeah.
haunting the place?
I
If,
think it's a possibility we should keep in mind.
if we feel spooky about that, anything about that
Said
shrine, I can
necromancy.
always
Said
detect
necromancy.
magic on it and find out if there's anything magic about that.
Yeah.
It's not a bad
Wow.
thought.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if there's
Yeah.
restless dead in physical form, who's to say that statue isn't providing a anchor point for a non-corporal restless dead?
It's true. I guess we can ask a few pointed questions.
I would say
Let's-
keep that part rather light. I think we should keep that part of the investigation on the down
you don't
low.
have to come out and say it. Like you can ask, has it been cold? Have there been weird things aside from everything dying?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But personally, I just think the man is just. He loved his wife so much, he can't imagine his life without her. She's.
What's denial? The first stage of grief?
Yep.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, the whole question is how long has he been in that first stage?
Yeah. It's unfortunate that we cannot really ask him at this point. Unless we wish to break him, which I do not wish to do.
No.
Right.
Not our job.
Unless it comes to breaking that shrine. But that's neither here nor there just yet.
I
Yeah.
hope not. He seems like a nice man.
I agree. Also, he's got some crazy land guards.
Yeah, well, I mean, everything is pretty secure, you could say.
His house is a fortress.
Yes, that's what I was talking.
I wouldn't say fortress, but definitely a sizable outpost.
Side note, did we figure out what sort of mines they were?
Now just dwarven mines.
I don't know
Which,
if there's anything useful in those mines.
well, the reason for my questioning was if they may have unearthed something.
Yeah, there's
Exactly.
all sorts of shit
Right.
that sits in the dark.
I mean, if it was dwarf mines and they're after something valuable, we're a little bit broke right now.
Oh, that's a good point. That might explain why the place is so nice.
That was my thought.
Possible.
Something to keep in mind.
Seems to have been gone for a while.
Yeah, I agree. Can I make a listen check?
Yes, you can.
Poison the infidels.
This time I will use my. Oh, actually, no, we don't have buttons in this one. Never mind. Going off my sheet. My lesson is that very good.
Don't roll mediocre.
Well, I rolled
Jinxed it.
well so far, so don't. Yeah, you already
Roll a
jinxed
10,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, I rolled 9. Thanks for jinxing me.
You're welcome.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna switch back to my other name. See if that's it. Maybe just Fox-eyed. It's cursed.
Can I make a listen check with my elvenness?
Yes, you can.
You're Can
Elvenness. Oh,
I make a
Jesus.
listen check with my famous?
I suppose that everyone can just make a listen check because everyone can try to listen for what the hell he's doing.
Yeah, everyone's sort of like, he's been gone
Yeah.
a while, then we just all kind of stop and listen for a second.
And lastly,
So
This is
everyone
great.
gets. Yeah.
wow, you guys are terrible.
Yeah.
I don't see any. Oh, I guess it's still updating for me.
The
I
Mac-
only.
No, they rolled.
no, the
Good
Mac
for my
actually
sheet.
rolled
It's-
off
I
directly
rolled
to the GM.
exactly what you
Yeah.
rolled.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I
The
rolled
9
better.
plus 2.
Kind of.
everybody
Oh, I
didn't
see
roll
now.
higher than 12.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the whole thing.
Yeah, I see that now. I see it on the stream.
Oh my goodness, you guys stay to your jibs about being just straight up mediocre.
Mediocre Mountain. That's what this whole thing should be called.
Now we will break this curse ruthlessly.
Yeah, once
Why
we
we
get in the
just have
combat,
to-
we're just gonna get nothing but crits.
Yeah, but as you guys are just
Just have to
sitting
take
there talking amongst
voice.
yourselves, you look like back at the next room leaving. He's like, yeah, he has been gone for a while. Did you like look amongst yourselves? You can hear anything? You guys give the same blink, like head nod, no.
No.
As a good like minute or two would pass by with him still not coming down.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm getting a feeling he's
Sure.
something is not right.
Yeah, we should probably go check on him.
I'm guessing I don't have 10 minutes to do something.
Probably not.
I'm going to check my crossbow to make sure it's loaded and ready, and just have it. I guess if I can have it like just hanging from my belt on like a clip or something. I don't know if that's a thing.
Like hanging. It would probably be hanging like around your back.
Yeah, like maybe like loosely on a shoulder, where it's like easily accessible instead of like fully on my back type of
Alright.
deal.
I got you.
Oh, apparently I already have this thing. My eyes are blue today for some reason.
Okay. So are we gonna go and try to find him, or
Sure.
Yep.
Let's go do that.
That's a good idea.
yeah? Where are we going? Not
I say we
specific to you
just-
guys.
Yeah, well, I say we just go in the general direction that he went.
Search the house, yeah.
So as you guys
Stick
go-
together.
As you
Yes.
leave the same room that he does, you notice that it opens up into a kitchen area. And in this kitchen area, there's another pathway as well that leads to be going up a flight of stairs.
I'm gonna just turn to Fox real quick and say, you keep an eye out for traps for me.
I can do that.
Actually,
Let's
I'd
see.
also like to check the front door real quick.
Alright?
See if it's locked.
It is not.
Odds of us, him trapping us in here is low.
Yeah. Should I be making like a spot check for traps? Or is that like, do I just activate trap finding? I don't know how this works. I haven't played a rogue.
You have to make a spot check.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I've only
It's a
really
certain
explored the
DC.
ranger.
It's a certain DC to find them, and then another certain DC to disable them. That would be
Right.
the device.
Okay.
But with mediocre
Uh,
rolls, you're not going to do well. So
Well, you know what? That's why I've got skills. Never mind. Holy crap.
11 is probably the most common number we come up with.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So all good, right? No traps. We're all right.
Yes, absolutely.
Actually,
it's
you're
entirely
concerned as you look at the first step. It looks like the nail in it has come loose. So it looks like the step itself is like raised up, and you feel really cautious about it for some reason.
Wait, hold up. I'm gonna like crouch down and start examining that. Um, I'm. Yeah, should I just go straight for disable device, or should I do like a search check?
You get down there, and it just looks like the step itself is just loose.
Are you okay there?
Do I in like the picture to the thieves tools? Do I have like that little hammer?
Yeah.
Like the mini hammer. Okay, so I'm just going to pull out my thieves' tools, looking really serious. Pull out the little hammer and just hammer in a nail, and then just put it back on my belt. Stand up, look at them. All right, it's good.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Great, well done.
Do you come up with any lies like, yeah, if you guys would have stepped on that fireball, boom, dead?
Nope. I don't even say anything. Just, just leave it to their imagination.
Well, up the stairs we go, I guess.
As soon as you like finish hammering the nail, give me a listen check.
Cripes.
Now he's gonna murder us all.
This time the DC is
Oh.
10. Come on, guys.
It's just high enough for him to fail. Oh my god!
What is wrong with you guys? Okay, there's
Aha!
one. There's two. Okay,
The
so
monk saves the
Mukatil
day.
and Rai, you hear the sound of like something upstairs, like heavily scrambling against the floor. It doesn't sound like it's running anywhere, but it sounds like there's just a lot of massive movement just upstairs.
Did you hear that, Mukatin?
A little bit. It's Mukatil, you swine.
Not just yet. Not just yet. What are you guys talking about?
There's a rustling and bustling upstairs. Sounds pretty frantic.
Yeah, but I don't hear it crashing around the place. It just seems to be kind of stuck.
I'm okay. We can clearly see the top of the stairs, right?
Yes.
I am going to give like a hold hand sign, and then I'm going to attempt move silently up to the top of the stairs. So make sure it's clear.
Alrighty.
And that is at that, so that's not terrible. It's actually
How slow
quite
are you
good.
going, by the way? I need to know.
The
That's-
sweet spot is half our speed.
Yeah,
Well, I just
whatever's
wanted to know if
necessary.
you're moving your full range of half your speed or going slower than that.
I am going to go as slow as necessary to be as absolute silent as I can.
Which you can do
That'll be
anywhere
not
half your
moving.
speed.
So just
Okay.
full half your speed. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Yeah! Finally.
So you press yourself up against the wall as you creak yourself up to the stairs. As you look over the top, not fully getting your body in field view of anyone that should be down there, but you do see him as he's on the ground, convulsing.
Oh, that's not good.
I you don't know it yet.
Words.
I quickly motion for you guys to come up as I walk over gingerly to him. Like, oh, okay, what do we do? Anyone?
His
Eh.
body is like seized up and super tense, like his
Like
muscles
is
are
is he actually like having essentially a seizure?
essentially yes.
Oh crap.
Tried to
Okay.
heal check him, it did not go well.
I'm going to go ahead and I have something that I can put in his mouth to stop him from biting off his own tongue.
Now you already get up here. At this point, there's already a stream of blood leaving from his mouth.
Get him. Go get the druid. Get Hoakin.
I'm right here. What do you want?
Yeah,
Thought you were down
Hogan-
there. Anyway.
Yeah, he already rolled a heal check.
Okay.
But-
Okay.
Did not go well.
You
I
suck.
have to keep like swips jumping
Level
over
one,
to the
man.
Twitch
You want
stream to see the rolls.
I'm going to go ahead and like just take like a bit of my own bedroll and just tear it off so that way and put it in his mouth so that way he doesn't bite off his own tongue.
Yeah, as you look in there, you can always see the raw mess of his tongue after he bit into it.
God damn it.
I want to look around and
Right.
see if where we came up the stairs is the only entrance to this room.
The only entrance? No, because there's 3 other doors that you're on. Not too sure what's in there, but he collapsed in here. It looks like the doors don't even look like they've been opened yet.
Okay.
Okay, I would like to cast Lesser Vigor on him.
All right, go ahead and describe that for people that don't know what it does.
Okay, so it's very similar to a healing spell, except it happens over time. I basically give him fast healing as I say my druidic words in druidic, and I touch him on the head, which is where his injury is. So hopefully that helps.
Why didn't you use Cure Light Wounds? Maybe he wouldn't have been off his own fucking tongue.
Because Lesser Vigor cures 11 HP at this level instead of
Oh, that works.
1d plus 1.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
I keep an eye on all possible entrances while they're doing this.
So as you press your fingers against his head, you notice that your energies around his hand starts to form a green low light that enters into O's skull as his veins on the side of his head pulse up as the magic starts to flow through him and slowly descend back into his head as his muscles begin to stop seizing up so much and relax more as his eyes start to lower down as he looks at you currently. But it's almost a look of someone just not completely all there, he looks like he's confused as he looks around the room at you guys. Then slowly pushes himself up on his feet to the point it looks like he's about to fall back down again.
I'll essentially stay there to keep him balanced on his feet.
Yep. I'll help him too.
As
Are you okay there?
he stumbles a bit. As you ask that, he looks at you blankly. He's like, huh? Like he's not all hearing you. As he would move to...
Waves him my hand in front of his face,
Yeah, he reacts to it. He's like, huh? Yeah. He's just not answering you guys.
Maybe
know who
something
we are.
jacked with his hearing.
Know who we are.
He looks at you mouth agape, blood still leaving. He's he just gives one swift nod as he moves towards the door to the immediate left. As he opens it. Doing so, he almost falls forward through the door itself.
Crap.
As you grab
Grab him.
him up.
I'm looking straight through the door, by the way, at this point, intently while they're taking care of him, just getting an outlay of the room.
It looks like a bedroom with a queen-size bed in there. One of the sides of the mattress doesn't look like it's been touched. The other one looks like it's been slept in. Though, same side as the side that looks like it's been slept in, there is a jar of just black residue that's corked.
I'm gonna.
I found the ash.
Let's
Yeah, no
get
shit.
that and.
Let's make sure that our skin doesn't touch it. How about that?
That's an excellent idea.
Do you happen to have a container, I guess? The thing is, I kind of need to touch it, so I know what the hell it is.
Yeah,
That's your prerogative.
What sort of test can we perform on this?
Well, first off, detect magic is usually a good start.
Yeah, and from there, introducing it to organic matter. No, inorganic matter, and then organic matter.
We pour it on a slug and just shrivel it, dies.
Yeah.
Okay. I've only got one
Let's
today.
beat to the slug. Please don't do that.
We'll get like a
have this
leaf.
very confused and disoriented Ost on you currently.
I'm gonna see if I can't.
We'll get to that.
While they do their whole thing, I'm gonna see if I can't just sort of keep his focus on me by speaking to him in Dwarven, just seeing how he's feeling, seeing if I can get an actual get any form of interaction out of him other than just him blank staring.
Your accent still needs some work.
Shut your fucking hole.
As he turns towards you as you're speaking to him, like he looks up at you and then looks past you. He's like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
I'm essentially just keeping talking to him, trying to keeping in conversation while he's seeming to maybe get a little bit more there, since his voice seems to be getting a bit back to that gruffness.
Yeah, so you just naturally just tend to him to make sure he doesn't go any further down in whatever rabbit hole you went.
Yes.
And so as you guys move over to the jar, then
Surprise! It was a bomb.
you look at the material and it just looks to be like broken up black flakes of some type of ash material in the jar itself.
All right. Believe our first step was detect magic, right? Do it up.
Yeah, I certainly can. I've only got one for the day, so I can do. If I understand right, I can do. Sort of a minute of it, and it'll scale in rounds and location, so it might give us a ping on anything else around.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and cast it, focusing on the jar first, and then outward from there.
Mm-hmm.
Good way to do it.
Right, so as you look at the jar and go in on yourself as you start to cast this spell, which, for those that don't know, Detect Magic is somewhat like a sonar towards magic items that he gets on his first round to see how many magic items are. And then as it goes further, he can figure out the locations and then the specific locations of said items. So as you close your eyes, go in on yourself trying to find these magic items, you come up with nothing.
Okay.
So guys, I didn't find anything. There's
Here's
No
my
magic.
question: does our druid have detect disease or detect poison?
Detect disease is first level spell, and no, I don't.
Damn it!
Yeah, I didn't load detect poison either.
Hmm.
I mean, I know it, but I don't have it prepped. I didn't think I
Then
would need it.
we'll go along with more scientific methods.
If you need to pour it on something, I got a fish.
No,
I
no,
figure
no. I
we
don't
put whatever it
think that's
is
necessary.
in the jar instead of risking exposing ourselves to it.
That's true.
I mean, for
Here's
example,
a
we could.
question.
Yes.
So could I, with my knowledge of nature and all that good jazz, figure out what specifically killed this?
It's very hard pressed because it looks like, basically what it looks like to you, it looks like plants that could have ended up that way in multiple different reasons, like being caught on fire, um,
Yeah,
being
well,
drained of all nutrients. Um,
yeah, that's what I'd like to find out, essentially, like things like that. Because I
to
know,
try
for
to narrow
example,
it
if
down,
it's yeah,
it
like
would be
if it
a
smells like
knowledge
smoke,
nature.
probably fire. But you know,
Oh, so do you uncork it and actually do all this?
of course.
All right.
And
So
then he inhales it, and then he dies.
as he looks through it and looking over it, trying to ascertain this, you see him finally like remove the cap to it. As you give in a good inhale, it doesn't smell like it's anything that's burnt.
Right. If there's a table or something, I'd like to sort of, cap a little bit out of it on there.
Yeah, that's the table that it was.
Oh, sure, go along with the whole thing we said not to do. How could that end bad?
It'll be fine. It's not magic. If it was magic, that would be.
It doesn't mean it might not be dangerous.
Yeah, seriously.
So
We don't know what kind of chemical makeup that thing has.
yeah, the
I'm trying
table
to find
that you
out.
originally found it is one that you could put it on.
Yep. So I do that. See if anything happens.
It burns through the table.
As you put it on the table, it just remains there stagnant. Doesn't look like it's life.
Alright.
It has any life or anything like that.
I was half expecting the
gonna-
Transformers, like shard of the cube, just burns through
Or
like
then
the house.
You're starting to
That would
feel
be
that
terrible.
you personally being close to nature and whatnot, that it doesn't seem like this thing particularly by itself is harmful, but whatever did this to it would be the more pressing issue.
I'm still gonna try going about with like just
So,
general scientific experimentation with it, like placing like a piece of stone to it and like a piece of metal and then like maybe like a one of my hair follicles for organic matter.
And with each
In,
item and test that you do, it reacts to what you would expect putting any of those materials through, just like ash would do.
nothing.
all right,
Okay.
I believe I've fully um, established that it is non-harmful nor anything besides what it looks like.
Great.
Thank you,
You've
Fox.
also
I'm
been
gonna
getting in
pull
my
out.
way in trying to determine what the hell actually killed it. So take all your
I'm
crap,
gonna,
move away a little, would you?
I'm gonna pull out a vial and scoop some of it up and put it in my spell components bag.
That's actually a decent idea.
Well, no. All right. Now I'm going to knowledge nature this thing, just to see if I determine anything at all.
All right.
He
I have a
rolls.
+1 because I have, so that's an 18.
All right. Good. That's not mediocre.
Yes,
Mediocre.
finally. Actually, the roll was mediocre. It's just I have a good modifier.
Did you roll like a 10? Yep, you rolled an 11. So as you try to dig in deeper, as you look through each piece, trying to ascertain, like you find a very brittle looking stick that as soon as you pick it up, it just crumbles.
Ooh.
As you look through more, you see like the remnants of probably a little like seed or raisin. As you look at it and look at its texture, you then grasp that you actually thought this might have been a watermelon before whatever
A
happened.
full-sized one?
Yeah.
Or- Okay.
So you just go through more items, and it just looks like materials that you would expect from a farm, just in a blackened, ash-like state, and or withered state.
Yeah. So after his examination, Hogan sort of stands up, kind of like brushes it back into the little cork thing, then cork it back up and says, "All right, well, I have determined not a whole lot, but whatever did this, I think just drained them of all life."
Okay, so it was not
That's-
fire based.
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, that narrows it down a bit. It's nice to know that we're not
So I
gonna
think
run up.
magic is definitely involved, but this itself is not bad.
Could I possibly make an Arcana check to determine if it was necromancy based?
You can try, yeah.
Okay.
Mass enervation on the plants.
You know of spells cast in the necromancy like arc that has the ability to drain and or sap the life out of living creatures and or plants if strong enough to sustain its life. So this isn't foreign in the terms of necromancy's capabilities.
Okay, but looking at this specifically, do I pick up that vibe at all?
Since you haven't actually encountered it personally, you're not running off of really any information yet, so you're not too sure. You just know of necromancy's capabilities. You're not too sure if this is a example of it or not.
Okay.
Let's say it's a possibility,
Hmm.
at the least. Well,
Mukateel, is this farmer cognizant anymore?
Let me
anymore.
see.
No, he's dead.
So GM,
It
I've
still
been
acts
talking.
like
I've been
snapping.
essentially talking to him for a little while. Is he any more responsive?
After a while goes by as they're doing all this, because doing all these things, it takes about like 5-10 minutes for you guys to like fully ascertain and go through all your methods trying to figure out, okay, what could be going on, what could not be going on. Basically trying to hit all the marks so you don't have to have anything bite you in the ass later or down the road. As you've been talking to him this entire time, he's slowly becoming more and more cognitive. Like, he starts reacting to you directly. He just speaks longer than like 2 words. And scary fact, this is actually very accurate to someone having a seizure.
Sure.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go up to him and ask if this episode is a regular occurrence for him. He didn't seem too surprised or perturbed.
He looks at you, gives you like a half blank, but gets back to senses and gives off a nod. It's like, it happens every now and then. My wife used to take care of me. Well, it got bad. And he reaches up and like feels the innards of his mouth with the finger. It's like, looks like this was a bad episode.
Also,
You're all. Oh, go ahead.
if I hadn't been here, you might have been dead.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking that you should move to be closer to town, so that way you're not out here, and if something happens, if you have another episode, that you just don't have anyone to help.
I don't want to go back to that town. There's too many political issues.
Fair enough.
It's understandable, but dealing with political issues or dying, you know,
Yeah.
It's his choice in the end. His life.
Sir, do you understand what happens to you if you die out here alone? What you're gonna become?
He gives kind of a solemn look for the first time, like his. Well, besides him just being blank face, it's the first time he actually looks kind of depressed on the matter when you bring this up. Because you guys haven't really seen him depressed. You've seen him half dying and jubilant, and then
Yep.
as he looks back and he like gives you a very like saddened nod. Yeah. I know what I risk. But what can I say? I'm stubborn.
I hear that's a dwarven trait.
As a stone.
As he would at this point get up to his feet. As he would stumble a bit, but manages. Did you check out the ash?
Yeah. Something I suspect is magic has essentially just drained it entirely. There wasn't enough water in it to maintain it. The fruits had shriveled up until they were just tiny. Something's going on, and I can't think of any natural creature that could do this. So we have to go for unnatural.
Of course we do.
His name was Osts, right?
Yes.
Host.
Osts. Where was the first field to suffer this fate?
As he tries to think, he points in the direction of the same direction where the last mine that he went was.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
I get the feeling that perhaps something is either in that mine or something came out from that mine.
And you said it started occurring several weeks ago when you first put in the bill? Or is that just when you put in the bill and it's been going on for a while?
I just put it in it. It's been going on for about a month now. It just got really bad that I requested for help.
I second the notion we need to check out that mine.
Of course.
Let's be off then.
Yeah. Do you want to come with us? Or you think you'll be okay?
I just need to lay down.
Right. Uh, maybe put something between your teeth, just in case.
Alright, yeah. That sounds like a plan.
Good.
No.
Well, off to the mine we go. Hell of a first job.
Hello, Quinn.
What's up?
I wonder if it wouldn't be a nice tribute for our friend here if you could maybe druid craft some flowers for the shrine.
Unfortunately, I'm not very good at that. I do have some mistletoe that I can put here, though.
Well, mistletoe could also work.
Smells nice too.
Alright, so you try to just do right by him by leaving him a couple of floral reminders.
Sure.
As the rest of your group head you down there, and at this point, when you get downstairs, you could just hear the sound of Holokin's animal just like trotting in place out there, looking to be very uneasy.
Looks like he really doesn't like being in this place.
Yeah, Uburu's been pretty tense ever since we got here. We probably want to solve this fairly quickly.
Does my toad feel the same thing?
Does your toad feel the same thing?
Yeah, my familiar.
As you look over to him, no, it doesn't seem like it does.
Something tells me it's because he's innately magic.
Well, I mean, also the fact is I have wild empathy, so I kind of know what my horse is about. He doesn't.
That's true. Toad is internally screaming.
Yeah, it's like you can't really read a toad's face. You can't really check how it's feeling. It's just kind of.
I have no mouth and I must scream.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if it ribbits a bit too much, you know something.
I'm gonna sue them anyway.
Alright, to the
All right,
mine. Let's go.
To the mine. What was that dwarven singing song from the Seven Dwarves?
As you're making your way out
Hi
of
ho,
the building
hi
itself,
ho.
you actually, this is the first time you see it, as you see the two windows that were boarded up and like reinforced. It looks like the glass was broken in through, like from the outside.
Ah.
I'm going to move up to that and examine that.
It looks like some type of heavy blunt force trauma was inflicted on the window itself, as you could see the seal was like bent inwards into the house, like something as big as a boulder trying to like force its way through the window, but not large enough to fit. Because you could see the wood actually warped from the force.
Okay, guys. Whatever did this, it was blunt and it was very strong.
Alright, well,
S-
everybody look for tracks. Maybe
You think
find
maybe
them.
it was the same thing that
I'm-
caused the fields to shrivel up?
I mean, just from this, I mean, if it wanted to pound everything to ash, if that was a thing, I guess. But it's too soon to tell. I would like to make a spot check inside the immediate vicinity behind the window, both for just general and as well as traps.
In the house itself?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
Trying to find what that was again. That was the 6. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad.
The actual roll was mediocre.
Mediocre still.
Yeah, it was still mediocre, but modifiers for the win.
As you
I
look
know,
through just the front area, you notice that You try to find any switches or plates, pressure plates, or tripwires, anything like that. It doesn't look like there's anything.
Yeah, looks clear, guys. I start gingerly removing like glass from the window and making a more. Actually, wait. I'd imagine there's a door to this, right?
There's a door that you came through. It's just that as you guys were leaving and your perspective changed because you're looking at the door instead of walking through it. That's when you saw the windows on either side, but like they're boarded up because they were boarded up on the outside, so you didn't see what actually happened. But looking in on this perspective, you see why they were boarded up because something looked like it tried to force its way through.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Never mind.
yeah. While we check for tracks, Mukatil, you seem to be having a good rapport with our friend upstairs. Do you want to go ask him about this?
I can go and check
I
just real quick.
if we're listing questions, I'd like to know what they were mining for.
I'll go and ask him both, and maybe both will give us an idea of what we're looking for.
And maybe how long his wife's been dead.
Let's just keep that on the down
You're gonna
low.
leave that one in the
Very
back.
softly.
That can wait, I hope.
While they're doing that, I'd like to search for any kind of mining tools.
Oh yeah, you're able to find a very rusted pick in the corner of the room. Doesn't look like it's been used for uh realistically, I don't know how long it takes for iron to rust, but it's an iron pick that's rusted.
Pretty quick, actually.
Yeah,
Within a
it
year.
just depends on environment.
Yeah, like if you pick it up and it's
Mhm.
shriveled and just like, then it's gonna probably been in a while.
But you make your way back up to Cox Cox Oast.
What?
No, you didn't hear that name. As you
Ooh.
see
Sure.
him on the bed, just laid down, as he has a handkerchief just pressed up to his face. As you come into the room, you can actually hear him just sobbing slightly and silently.
I will just like go back, like I was about to turn to the room, but then I just hear that and I turn back outside and just like knock onto the door frame.
Well, one moment.
Sir, we found something that I want to ask you about.
As you see him try to compose himself, as you come
Mhm.
in. Yep. What can I do for you?
Uh, we noticed that there was a lot of broken glass and a rather boarded up window. Do you know what what caused that?
Restless Dead did that.
The Restless Dead.
This one was different.
How so?
It's bigger. Much bigger.
Like how big? Big as a man? Big as an orc?
Bigger than both.
Oh,
That would explain the warping of the wood and all the other crap.
no shit.
Once day broke, it was nowhere to be seen.
Interesting. Was there anything off about it other than just its size?
He gives us a short pause. Veins.
Fangs.
Veins.
Veins. Even
Blood red
worse.
veins.
Okay. Just one extra question. Since we actually think that maybe this creature is now hiding out in the mine, do you know of what was being mined there? Because that can actually cause certain creatures to be drawn to that area.
The last thing that I found out when I was mining there as a boy. was
A boy.
as a boy
Okay.
was silver.
Silver. Always interesting. Okay. Thank you for your time, sir. I'll leave you alone, and we'll go and take care of this beast.
He gives off a nod as you start to head out. Wait.
Bye. Hmm? Yes, sir.
He gives you a look of like just straight compassion. It's like and emotion, and he's like, "Thank you."
Moradin bless you, sir.
He gives you a nod.
And then I'll just head on out.
Right, so you guys at the bottom, while he was having this conversation, what were you doing out there? I think somebody was looking for tracks.
Several of us. In fact.
I'm just trying to pet the horse.
This would be much
Right,
easier
except
if one
him.
of us was a ranger.
It's much easier if somebody was a ranger.
Yeah, no shit, because they get tracked for free.
So does anybody have track, or like what are you guys gonna roll for this?
Well, we can't follow the tracks, but we can find them and hopefully determine what the thing that made them was.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I can roll another spot check or gather information.
It would be a
Gather information would be interesting.
It's
search actually.
a search. I can do search.
But can your rolls do search?
Yeah, but then we don't talk about that.
All of the mediocre.
Oh,
That's why.
yeah.
That's why we don't talk about that.
Well,
Ooh,
Well done.
that was actually pretty good.
So I would like to know who's walking where, what size of shoe they're wearing.
As you go through looking at the different areas, you notice that there's the stream of tracks that you led. You see a couple of small tracks going in and from the house that you could assume be the daily path of Os. And then you find the remnants of one set of tracks that looks to be far too old to actually continue to go on much further than where it is. But you see the size of these like footprints that as you lean down, like at first you dismissed it because you didn't think of it, but then as you look back at it, it's like, wait, that's definitely a footprint. As you look at it, it is approximately 6 feet long.
oh,
I'm just like,
What?
this is not going to be fun.
hey guys, this is a footprint.
Several of these things just don't belong here.
Thing
All right,
not
so
like the other.
What
Yeah.
what direction can I tell what direction it was going in at that exact moment?
You can tell that at that direction where it's in the ground, it was towards the house, and you can assume that would probably be the initial point where it like grounded itself to try to punch through the house itself.
Okay, so with that I can assume the opposite direction was where it came from, right?
You could assume that, yeah.
Okay.
As you look into
Is-
that direction, it seems like everything's pointing in the same way.
So
before
is that
we
also the
head off-
direction of the mine?
Yes.
Hey guys, I think it's coming from the mine because
Weird, yeah.
that footprint, as massive as it is, came from the direction of the mine.
Yeah, because why wouldn't
Right.
it?
Here's my question: can we identify maybe what this creature was from the giant goddamn footprint?
You tell me, nature boy.
Ah, I can only tell if it's a natural creature. So let's see.
And hey,
18 again.
You rolled 11.
Yep. At least it's on the higher end of mediocre, you know?
Yeah.
You look through this, look at this. Start rubbing your chin. It's like there's very few things in nature that you know that can make prints like this, and there's been nothing that you've ever seen in your personal experiences yet that can give you any inclination. But your initial thought is a giant.
You know, that's exactly what we wanted to hear right now.
Okay.
That's
Oh, at least it's not a
exactly
T-Rex.
it.
Yeah, at least it's not T-Rex though, you know. But yeah, I think it might be a giant of some sort, and that worries me greatly.
Yes, yes, it is a giant footprint. We get that.
No, 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 no,
Um,
No.
no. As in,
but
like, big people.
yes, it is a big person that made that footprint.
You're such a dick.
It's like I come out, it's like, has Fox been a dick lately? Yes. Whap.
But at this point, you make it down where, as you see Fox standing in like an indent in the ground that you don't know what he's standing as they're having this conversation.
It looks like the beginning of that Godzilla movie. It's just
I just head
Or
on out.
Jurassic Park, or.
Well, seems like it's one of the Restless Dead.
Right.
So great.
Said sarcastically.
And the other thing is, of course, it's different from just a normal Restless Dead. It can't just be a normal Restless Dead. Oh no. It has to be a veiny, with big red flowing veins Restless Dead. Probably flowing with all the life force of whatever it's drained around here.
Perhaps. But that means it's been hungry for 2 weeks.
Yep. And I would just look down, I'm like, that's a big footprint.
that. Yes, is big. Is someone
However-
said it's a giant footprint, even.
Yeah,
As
it
in,
doesn't
like, the
come out at
giant
night.
race
I
of
do-
people.
Yes.
I
Oh,
maybe
we went over this.
I don't
We
know.
went over this. I
Has he been
think
a
it's
dick?
a giant of some kind. Yes, a little bit.
Whap.
But yeah. One thing we do have is that it doesn't come out during the day. So maybe it's vulnerable to light. I do have a light spell that might deter it, but
Yeah, I've got one
Whatever.
too.
I have light producing equipment.
might help. Might help.
All right.
Also, that
Nice.
oil you had might come in handy if incinerated.
Yeah.
Exactly. Excellent. All right. I suggest that while it is still daytime, we head to that mine.
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
let
know if the
it-
daytime's going to be so useful underground.
Well, here's the
Hello.
thing.
If we need to escape, I'd rather us escaping out into the daylight instead of into the nighttime, where it
Fair
does
enough,
give a
fair
crap.
What he said, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that one.
How much daylight do we have left?
It's just morning.
Let's do it.
To the mines.
Do it.
I ho,
You
off
guys
to
make
work
off
we
your
to
go.
way
die we
towards the
go.
mine, but well, I just really need to gauge it from you guys because currently it is where we would be at our stopping point. So how is everybody feeling?
I'm
I
feeling
think
good.
that I personally think that it would be a good place to stop here due to the fact that I actually have something I need to be kind of well rested for tomorrow. It's a job fair, and the possibility
Yeah,
of
I need
getting
to go.
a job would be nice.
No, D&D over jobs.
D&D over real life all the time.
That's how everything
Just-
works.
Yes.
Listen,
New brothers
you just gotta
unite.
you just gotta do it right. Make D&D your job.
Yes, I'll
It's
go
true,
and see if
that'd be pretty
I'll
sweet.
go and assassinate Chris Perkins and take his place as the dungeon master for Wizard of the Coast.
Oh no, you can become like a pro streamer, or, whatever.
Or that.
All right,
Yeah, whatever.
so as you guys make your way towards the mines, you guys walk for about 2 acres worth. At this point, it's close to the equivalent of like 9 o'clock a.m. As you get towards this large opening that digs deep into the ground, as you see these red vein-like vines like sprouting out from the opening itself as it starts
Oh
to,
crap, we're in prototype.
What is this poison ivy bullshit?
as it starts to grow and spread in all directions from the hole itself. As you guys pause at this moment looking at this area, as you see everything just dead around here. You get this
Yeah, is it
chill
still
going
sunny?
down. Yes, it's 9 a.m.
Is sun shining on this?
Yes.
Crap.
Oh,
Yes, you
Quinn,
see, it doesn't give a fuck.
why are we seeing War of the Worlds here?
War of the Worlds prototype.
As you guys are
Buzz,
looking
that
over down towards this, you guys get a chill down your spine as you first dismissed it because you thought like, oh, this is weird, but then again you feel movement coming from the ground itself, shaking you actual place where you guys are standing.
well, I shrug off my light crossbow. All right, let's do this, guys.
And that's
Ooh.
where we'll end it for tonight.
Awesome.
Yeah.
With
Hopefully
Fox
next
being
time you're-
awesome.
Yeah, hopefully next time your net actually decides to not make it so we're 2 hours late.
Yeah, that was very
That would be lovely,
aggravating.
yes.
Yeah, you owe me half a game.
Yeah, seriously. Dick.
Don't worry, I'll make sure to throw something fun at you guys.
Great.
That's
Well,
not
lots of
what we
free
meant.
experience and money.
Yeah, where's that?
If you guys succeeded, then we'll see about the money. Experience-wise, you guys got 100.
Wee.
Oh, not bad.
Whoa.
Yeah. But it is-
We
Yeah.
experience for not being a dick.
I mean, you know,
would he have actually died if I hadn't had him?
Yes. He was on a death clock because you guys were taking too long.
We were sitting around yapping.
Well, we all fucked up our listen checks. Like, what do you want from me?
But thankfully I managed to clutch out a listen check that didn't suck.
Yeah.
Seizures
Thank
are
goodness.
deadly.
They're not great.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, not the best.
That red bar is slowly filling. I can feel it.
But thank you guys for coming out and watching. Sorry that this game was super short. Definitely gonna get that figured out and handled next week. And
That's what
next
they all
week
say.
I'm actually gonna have a different internet provider, so that'll actually.
Oh, well, there you go. Your last ones are just shitty that you're leaving them. So they're like, fuck his internet.
Yeah, I'm moving soon, so changing up a bunch of things. So that's probably not the only reason. Probably may influence it a bit. Doubt it, but maybe. Who knows? Our internet
Maybe.
provider is spiteful. I don't work there.
I do know they're not great over there.
But thank you guys for watching. Catch you next week. Peace.
Yay!
Oh, Michael, your plug.
Yes, find me at Insert Disc 2, Disc with a C, on YouTube. And hopefully eventually you'll be seeing highlights of this game made even more amusing and hilarious beyond our own natural capabilities.
By like animation or something?
Yes, it's what I do. It's
Awesome.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Link that in the chat, because I'd like to look at that.
There's gotta be like a smack counter for every time Mukatil hits you.
I can totally do that, and I'll even make it so it looks a little bit like the Krillin owned thing in DBZ
should.
of
Oh,
Rage.
perfect.
As you should.
That's fantastic.
I was also going to have every time Sheila Booth gets referenced, there'll be a little head pop up
Oh
somewhere.
gosh, there wasn't enough Sheila Booth today.
There was
like-
not. There was one reference in the chat. I was waiting for it. I was.
It's like
waiting
every
for
single
it.
time it hits, it's just like, just do it! And then just like the head spins up and the number.
Yeah, no, like special effects are like what I do. I will totally put in the Twitch chat a link. Let me get the link. Where's my link?
Link!
Link, Zelda has been captured again. Boom. There it is. There's the full name of crap. Alright, so that's in the Twitch chat. Have fun.
Yeah, the actual game is over, but we're probably gonna stick around and chill for who can stay for that long.
That is not me.
I can
have
hang.
to go do things
Yeah,
because
that's
it's quite late in
also-
Australia.
Yeah, that's not me because it's quite late in the Midwest of the USA.
I can hang because I'm a night owl. So
Yeah.
I don't care. It's 2 a.m.
Also, you
And I
don't
don't
have
have work.
class at 8 a.m., you dick.
Hey, I've been up this late when I've had a shift at work start 7:30 a.m. So there.
You're a monster.
High metabolism. It's great.
Asshole.
Well, I'm gonna go do stuff. So see you guys next week, hopefully.
All right, mate.
Yep.
Peace.
See you guys.
Yep.
Later, guys.
Have a good
fun.
one.
All right, let's switch this over. All right, so JR, your question on weapon usage